The Fall of the House of Zeus. The Rise and Ruin of America's Most Powerful Trial Lawyer. By Curtis Wilkie. Narrated by Runnette. Copyright 2010 by Curtis Wilkie. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Crown Publishers, an imprint of the Crown Publishing Group, a division of Random House Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2010 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Preface. Along with much of Oxford, I was savoring the news that Ole Miss had secured the services of football coach Houston Nutt 5 days after Thanksgiving 2007, when that headline was overtaken by a breaking story with greater significance. Rick Cleveland, a sports columnist for Jackson's Clarion Ledger, in town for Nutt's press conference, called me to say, "Your buddy's been indicted." I could find the first sketchy details on his newspaper's website. Dickie Scruggs had just been arraigned in federal court on charges of bribing a judge. The news of the indictment of Scruggs, a take-no-prisoners trial lawyer of international repute, a power player in state and national politics, and a major benefactor of the University of Mississippi, was shocking. My initial reaction was similar to that of others who knew Scruggs. As John Grisham told the Wall Street Journal, "This doesn't sound like the Dickie Scruggs that I know." When you know Dickie and how successful he has been, you could not believe he would be involved in such a boneheaded bribery scam that is not in the least bit sophisticated. In the 2 decades since Scruggs first drew blood from the asbestos industry, and then brought big tobacco to its knees in litigation that produced hundreds of millions of dollars for himself and his clients, he had developed powerful enemies. At the time, he was locked in an epic struggle with his most formidable opponent to date, the American insurance industry, in a series of bristling lawsuits growing out of Hurricane Katrina. Though he had backed a few Republicans, most notably his brother-in-law, Mississippi Senator Trent Lott, Scruggs was best known for his support of Democratic candidates. Upon learning of his indictment, there were celebrations in the corridors of chambers of commerce and Republican headquarters across the country. Scruggs' indictment came while Mississippi was recoiling from Lott's announcement only the day before that he would resign from office. As a Republican leader in the Senate, Lott was one of the most influential men in Washington. If Lott's resignation and Scruggs' arrest were coincidental, it strained credibility. As the investigation widened to draw in other important figures, the story grew even more intriguing. The chief U.S. attorney, Jim Greenlee, called it a Greek tragedy.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?